Being a crypto YouTuber is like one rung away from opening up an OnlyFans page. And that is why I stopped covering crypto on this channel, is honestly because I find crypto YouTubers to be bottom of the barrel of content creation. Now, I tried to put out educational content. I was covering all of the big crypto projects out there. I was explaining the blockchain. I was explaining the tokenomics, the consensus mechanism, the utility of the actual project, the underlying asset market dynamics. No one cared about that. The videos that they wanted was for me to yell, this crypto is going to the moon, or XRP is gonna 10x, 100x, and I wouldn't do that. I would be realistic and I would get a tremendous amount of hate on this channel. And if you look at the videos from the beginning of the year, I made deep 5-figure profits in crypto, and then I started selling out when I felt like it was at its highs. And I was off on some of the cryptos. I didn't quite sell at the highs. For others, I literally sold at the highs. And then, because I've been in the market, because I've been through these cycles before, I know the euphoria, I know the generated buzz, I know all the nonsense, especially from the daily content creators, and I knew that this was all going to tank, and so I went and I exited completely. I even had an order for Bitcoin, which I've amassed quite a bit of, to go ahead and either trigger a sell at 132,000 or 102,000. I would always show my positions, and I would always specify the price points that I'm looking to enter and exit at. And unfortunately, Bitcoin had never hit that $132,000 mark, and all of my Bitcoin sold at 102, but most of the profit that I made was actually not Bitcoin. It was flipping XRP, and it was also off of SWI and at one point ChainLink. So what am I doing now that the market has completely collapsed, that everyone is yelling that that's it? That's it. We're entering winter. We're entering a bear market. Crypto will never go up. Crypto's a scam. This company's closing down. Trump lied. He's not going to do everything that he promised he'd do for crypto. And that's it. The shtick is over. Oh my God, crypto's dead. Now the next thing's going to be quantum computing or some other type of jazz. It's during these times that I absolutely love to start getting back into crypto, which is what I started doing in the past couple of days. I started accumulating a lot of Bitcoin again. I started accumulating a lot of ChainLink and also some SWI and Ondo Finance. Now I have my reasoning behind it. If enough people clamor for it in the comment section, maybe I will once again break down the projects and explain what my target prices are for when I'm looking to get out and why I'm bullish on these 4 projects. If you are a crypto content creator that's just putting out price prediction garbage, 10x, 100x of this crypto's going to the moon and that crypto's going to the stratosphere, please consider being a productive member of society and getting a job. And if you're someone that watches and consumes nonstop crypto content and you're pummeling all your life savings in it, please don't do that. Please be rational. Please be balanced in your approach. This is not 2012 or 2013 or 2014. Those times have passed. Now, a lot of the institutions, the smart money's in it. There's going to be a tremendous amount of price manipulation. They're going to shake you out of the crypto tree from time to time and slide in themselves. And also, you're going to be sold on a lot of garbage projects out there that no smart money is entering. It's just basically a crypto scam. Again, let's be real. Most of the people that actually profit immensely from crypto are the actual foundations or the actual crypto developers, the founders. Those are the ones that have huge bags. And what they do is they slowly empty it. And all of you people that watch Reddit and YouTube and don't really know what you're investing in, you're the ones that are buying their bags slowly as they're emptying it. And there are certain projects that are making people money. There are certain projects that have a tremendous amount of utility and also have very impressive teams and have a business model, if you will, that they are going to succeed and probably stick around for a long time to come. But cycles are very much a real thing, and you do have to learn about them. You do have to learn about the halving cycle. Again, if you have any questions, you can mention in the comment section. I'll point you to the right video. I made a lot of educational content throughout the years. More than happy to point you to the right educational video on that. And all that is to say is if you understand the trends and you actually learn from your mistakes and you do deep research into these projects, you can still make healthy profits, especially during panic and fear times like this one. Now, I'm not saying that all these cryptos, even the four that I mentioned, aren't going to continue to dip 20, 30%. It could totally happen. Personally, I'll be very happy if that does happen because I'll just buy more. Because obviously, of the total amount that I have to invest, I'm not just pumping it in right now. I'm going in slowly, although the past couple of days I actually did put in quite a bit. But I am being mindful to leave some so that I can buy future dips. And also, and this is very important, and I know I'm not supposed to give financial advice or anything like that. I'm not a financial advisor, but I will say this because it's worked out great for me. When you're investing in crypto, get ready to hold for like 3 to 4 years, worst case scenario, in order to make a profit. And if you're not ready to park your money and leave it there for 3, 4 years, then don't invest. It's just a rule that I've used for myself, and it's been very, very helpful. Because what's going to happen is if you think this is a dip and you invest a ton right now, let's say 80% of the capital that you have to go ahead and invest with, you invest right now into these cryptos because you think they're on sale, you're not going to be sleeping well at night if it goes down another 20%. And also, you might have expenses coming up. You might have a family, you might be putting yourself through school, whatever it may be. And then you're going to have to sell at a huge, massive loss. And that is so deflating and disenchanting and really, really depressing, honestly. So don't do that because life is not about having a heavy crypto bag and profiting off of it. The whole point of investing in crypto is you're diversifying your investments. You're investing in something that you believe in. The whole point of crypto is to invest some money, diversify your portfolio, and have it add value to your life, not to get you depressed, not to have you take 6 hours to fall asleep because you're tossing and turning, thinking about all this money that's on the line and what the heck did you invest in? Because let's be real, unless you're a web developer, unless you know how to code, unless you're just super neck deep into crypto, you don't really know what you're investing in. You're reading these surface level, superficial articles, you're crossing your fingers, you're dumping a lot of money and hoping you won't get screwed. And most people do get screwed in crypto. So minimize that. Understand what's important in life. It's your time spent with loved ones. It's making memories. It's not about carrying around a heavy crypto bag. That's silly. And yes, you can make maybe even life-changing money today, although I don't really think life-changing money and profits is possible today. Like, again, it used to be in 2012, 2013, but you can still make hefty profits that could really add value not only to your life, but solve problems for friends and loved ones. But you have to be prudent. You have to be very, very savvy and smart about the way that you go about it. And I hope that I've been a bit of an example on this channel. I've never gotten too greedy with it. I've never invested way more than I could allow myself to invest without hurting my own nervous system. We all have a certain threshold and appetite for risk, and you have to be real with yourself. You might be very risk tolerant. You might be risk averse. You have to understand what type of investor you are, and you have to do a lot of deep research. And you have to learn from your mistakes. You can't just repeat the same thing over and over. If you're losing a tremendous amount of money, the way to do it is not to pump more in. And also, don't be a day trader. Please do not just be a statistic. Day traders always lose money, especially ones that are new and don't really know what they're doing. You're just feeding a gambling addiction. You're just feeding dopamine hits and you're chasing the euphoria. And it's an absolute addiction that can destroy a lot of things in your life. If you're just sitting there staring at candlestick charts, this is extremely unhealthy. And I highly recommend you don't do that. Again, if you want to learn from my journey, what's worked best for me is to do research, understand why you're investing in certain projects, park some money in there for the short term, but mostly the long term. Don't be greedy. When you make healthy profits, start taking it out portions at a time, and then you'll definitely be doing better than the average crypto bro investor that's just going on Reddit, seeing a meme, investing in something, not understanding what the heck it is. And then when it goes down 15%, they get a cold sweat down their back and they say, okay, I'm tapping out. I can't afford to lose all my life savings of $8,000, and they remove it all. And that's just not the way to go about it. So maybe I will make future crypto videos. Maybe I won't. Let's see how this one does. If you're an OG PromoAmbitions follower and you remember all of my crypto content and you appreciated it, say hi in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. And for all those that are relatively new to crypto, do your research before you invest. Do a lot of research and get ready to part with your money for a long period of time if you're looking to make real profits. And nothing is just a very quick get rich scheme these days, unless you're a founder or a developer of crypto. So with that being said, I appreciate all of you for watching this video in its entirety. Let me know if you agree with ChainLink, Bitcoin, Ondo Finance, and SWI being good investments for hopefully the next cycle, or maybe we get lucky and all of a sudden these cryptos start to skyrocket again. We'll see what happens. But right now, I'm just slowly putting in money in those 4 crypto projects, and I am getting ready to wait a very long time to see profits on those investments. And I think I'm getting in at decent prices, but we never know. This thing can still collapse 40, 50% and go lower. So who the heck knows? But I want to know what you think. Mention in the comment section, and I'll talk to you guys there. Hope to see you in the next video.